Idaho Dispatch today wrote an article on January 7th, 2024, Ethics and Conflict of Interest Complaints Brought Against Idaho Senator Todd Lakey by Constituents. Senator Todd Lakey, who is CUNA's legislative senator, is facing a conflict of interest complaint, a request to the Idaho Senate pro tempore for a possible Senate ethics investigation, and an Idaho State Bar Association grievance from people who reside in the legislative district he represents. Legislative District 23 includes Southern Canyon County, well, all of Canyon County, Southern Ada County, and all of Southern Canyon County and all of Owyhee County. Senator Lakey is the chairman of the Senate Judiciary and Rules Committee and a member of the Senate Commerce and Human Resources Committee. Here's his bio, but I'm going to skip that. The issue in question is whether it is a conflict of interest for Lakey, a licensed Idaho attorney, to represent a developer, IMH Boise Heritage LLC, in their proposal for a 100-home project called Lago Vista Estates. The housing development would be built within Legislative District 23. A group of Canyon County residents are opposed to the project and presented this letter to Lakey in August 2023 during a fire district meeting regarding the proposed subdivision. It says in part, "It has come to our attention that you intend to represent the interests of IMH in this matter and will be paid as an attorney to do so. We believe this is a direct conflict of interest as a large number of your constituents who elected you to represent them are opposed to any subdivision development at this time due to the lack of definitive numbers of water availability and the lack of public safety. While the legislative session is part-time, your duty to your constituents is year-round. Example, drafting of bills, meeting with constituents, professional conduct, etc." The letter goes on to say that a conversation took place with Idaho Attorney General Raul Labrador's office. According to the letter, having a conversation with a representative from the Attorney General's office, they believe a conflict exists and recommended that we request that you recuse yourself from the representing this developer on this matter. Intervention by the AG's office is not applicable as it appears your actions are not a criminal action but rather a civil action. Of course, representation outside of your constituent district is acceptable. Additionally, it was suggested that a complaint with the Idaho Bar Association be submitted for further investigation into your ethical conduct and conflict of interest. This letter is signed by your concerned constituents and citizens of Canyon County, Idaho. Another letter sent to Idaho Senate pro tempore, I'm not sure you pronounce that, sorry, Chuck Winder, who is the senator for District 20, and the Idaho State Bar Association in November 2023 explains, "We, as citizens, cannot enlist the assistance of Mr. Lakey for changes to laws because he cannot choose between his livelihood and his constituents. Or if he does, it will be for financial decision as a private practice attorney and not as a senator. Citizens in our district want to change several laws and cannot ask for his assistance based on his attorney-client base. That is a conflict. To choose a developer over his constituents, especially while at the same meeting wherein we were not in agreement with the annexation he was proposing for his developer client, is an ethical issue and a conflict of interest." The letter concludes with a list of requests and is signed by Kim Yaneko. An investigation into the actions of Mr. Lakey be conducted by the State Affairs Ethical Conduct Committee to determine whether an ethical violation and conflict of interest occurred. An investigation into the actions of Mr. Lakey be conducted by the Bar Association to determine whether an ethical violation and conflict of interest occurred, and a change to the laws to make it clear that this conduct is in fact a violation with appropriate disciplinary action to deter others from engaging the same or similar conduct. No representation of a developer builder shall occur within the district, city, county, or other entity or agency where that legislator, commissioner, or council member represents or sits on a board or council. Committees created to investigate these matters in either state affairs or the Bar Association shall include at least one member of the public who is not or has not been elected to or affiliated with by way of dues or otherwise. This seems to be dated November 30th, 2023. In correspondence to the Idaho Dispatch, Kim Yaneko said, "Clearly, the law is written to benefit those in positions of power, from the state to municipalities. How does a citizen get the law changed when those benefiting are the ones who approve or deny any proposed changes? In our case, we are represented by a senator who we cannot go to for assistance with concerns and or deficits, disclosures, and laws." The Idaho Dispatch has asked Senator Todd Lakey for comment on this matter. This article will be updated if a response or additional information is received. Okay, so just some first thoughts. Uh, it would be different. Okay, Senator Lakey does not make decisions on zoning that or developments. That's going to be on the city level if it's within the city limits, or if they're going to annex it, or if it's by the county, which would be Canyon County. So if any of those elected officials, they're part of the ones deciding on that, then yes, that makes sense. You would have a huge conflict. Um, on the state level, uh, Senator Lakey has no power to approve or disprove on the county and city level. Um, so this seems like blowing smoke, honestly. All right, this is August 29th, 2023. It's interesting. I mean, this was like 4 or 5 months ago. I mean, boy, wouldn't it be maybe even the project already happened? And then here, the other letter was November 30th, 2023. And this is the worst. You can't. We had a conversation, and then he said it wasn't a criminal act. So this is not. This is a. This is very weak. This is very weak. Very weak. I'm sorry. I mean, if somebody wants to correct me on that, I mean, there's been plenty of months, and it's like I said, it could very well be that the project already went through. This is what they call not in my backyard. NIMBY. NIMBY is the acronym. So you see this also, in Ada County. People don't want these developments, but I'm not sure. I don't think maybe I did post these rules, but or I did post the review of the state statutes. You cannot arbitrarily deny development applications. Like the governing bodies, the ones that approve it, they can't just arbitrarily deny it. So if there are specific issues regarding, I think she said water availability, and the lack of public safety, that has to be that definitely is something that would be able to be discussed, but that needs to be done in the context of the county level. Regarding, there's departments, I believe it's like engineering or water resources. They measure the water thing, and they can put that as a stipulation within the subdivision as conditions of approval for the final plat. And then regarding public safety, that you need the sheriff or whatever their reports, and they write a report and saying these things. And these things are all, when you bring these up to public testimony, they have to be addressed. But I am confused. Look, I'm definitely not pro IACI, but this is a little bit. This is not a strong issue. I know, and this is when you just put your concerned constituents and citizens of Canyon County. That just sounds like you're just one person. And I think like the only person that was named in here is Kim Yaneko. So I don't know anything about Kim. If you want to come on here and provide more information, that's fine. But just from reading the articles and reading the letters, I don't. And my understanding of Idaho, how everything is structured, I'm not seeing an issue with this. In terms of, and also the way that you need to get laws. What I'd recommend, I guess you can't really talk to her senator if she is in District 23, but it's not like he only gets elected from CUNA or from this area. It doesn't necessarily mean he has power over that geographical jurisdiction. And you can always talk to other senators, because you still need to go through the process for whatever the bills are, and I'm not going to go through that on here. Anyway, that's it. All right, have a good one. Bye-bye.